The new album. Let's talk about Firebird. It's 11 years since you released some original music on an album. And part of that, of course, is 10 years ago that you decided to quit music.
I did.
What was it at that time then that made you want to sort of give it up? What happened?
Just lost my confidence.
Really?
Yeah, I lost my confidence. I took a big break. I went to LA. I studied acting for 2 years. I was a judge on X Factor in Australia, which I did with Ronan. And I didn't think I'd go back. And then I stumbled back into it when I was in LA and ended up doing the covers album Mail, which I toured. And that really reconnected me with fans. And I missed singing my own stories. It's a very different thing, singing your own stories on stage, and I missed it.
So you kind of get a writer's block through singing. Is that what happened?
I had about a good 5 years. So even after I decided I was going to start songwriting, I had my friend Roddy Hart come down from Scotland and we were going to do some writing. And he had the keyboard set up and I literally couldn't sing a melody or do anything. And I kept saying, should we go get a coffee?
Yeah.
So it's a very real thing.
Because when you hear people talk about performers, oh, I've got a writer's block, you almost think, oh, yeah, it's just like they're just going through something. But it was like linked with the confidence that you said as well.
Yeah, I think I was frightened. It's just feeling like every idea is going to be awful But I decided to go to Nashville and put myself there for 10 days. And they're very... When they songwrite, it's like 2 sessions a day and their work ethic it's really intense. And I thought, surely after 10 days of doing that, I'll bust through it. And I did. I wrote this song called When You Love Too Much with Caroline Watkins, and that was a real turning point for it. So, and then it was great. It's just been the best writing experience.
And you're back with a brilliant album and you've released a couple of singles. We'll have a listen to one now. It's called On My Way. Let's have a listen.
It's just like, yes.
On My Way, and Build It Better's on the album as well. And that video, we loved the video, we were watching it earlier, and we like the fact there's chaos going on around you. But actually talking then about the confidence and the writer's block, did the inspiration to write again come from the struggles that you've been through to help you write this album?
Absolutely. I mean, Build It Better sounds like I wrote it for the pandemic, but it was written before the pandemic. And I think I was trying to tell myself, like, it's almost like mantras to myself about, you know, there's something on the other side of this and, you know, don't try and be tough. Sometimes if you just let yourself fall apart, you can start from scratch. And so that theme runs throughout Firebird, so...
Yeah.
And you said you were actually performing last night and actually it took you a long time, like the nerves. Normally it's just the day, but it was a whole build-up.
Yeah, it was about 2 weeks. I think I had butterflies for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Sick with nerves.
So that was the launch of the album last night.
Yeah, so I sound a bit raspy. Can you tell my voice?
It's a nice sound. It's a nice sound. So would that have happened before, or is this a different experience for you? Were you nervous for a long period of time?
Whenever you haven't been on stage, because I haven't been on stage for 3 years, that's a long time. So whenever it's been that long, it's as if you've never done it before. So you're like, oh my gosh, this again. And I just was terrified. But last night, the audience was so warm. It was great to be back. And as soon as I got into the first song, I was calm and I just love doing it. I love singing.
You said about audiences being warm and how they respond to you. I know you've been very open about having IVF and going through that process. And the response was so positive to you actually being open about that.
Yeah, and I think at the time, I was just more thinking, OK, how do I play this? I'll just put a statement out to kind of protect my privacy, you know, like I'll just say it and then that'll be it. Yeah. I wasn't expecting the reaction I got privately on DMs and everything from people just saying, thank you so much for being open about it and it's really helped me make that decision. So for that, I'm really grateful.
Well, good on you for doing it.
Yeah.
It's important to speak about those things. But
yeah, it's great. I love being a parent.
Natalie, thank you so much for being here with us today.
So
we really enjoyed it. And good luck with the new album. Firebird is out. It's out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Come on.
Big deal. Let's see. Yeah, of course. And it will be Radio 2's album of the week next week too. So we'll be hearing a lot of you. Lovely to see you, Natalie.
Thanks, guys.